been waiting.
Hello, Steele. It's been a long time.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. It has been a long time since we departed from Sapphire Steel, the TV series. So here we are now at the audiobook series produced by Big Finish. I believe these are no longer part of their catalogue, unfortunately. So you'll have to scout sites like Amazon and so forth to find these stories. This is just a quick overview video of each story in Season 1. The Passenger is the starting story. The Passenger comes across as a classic Sapphire and Steel story, in my opinion. Fantastic. It's a great opening story, and I give it 10 out of 10. I also liked the introduction to another of their kind, that of Gold. Gold is a technician like Silver, but he's a bit more of a rogue. And so that makes him quite an interesting character, and there'll be more of Gold in other stories to come. I will be doing a more detailed video on the stories of Series 1. But in the meantime, this is just a taster of the stories. So let's push on to story number 2. So here we are. Daisy Chain. Story number 2 from Season 1. This story I would class as it swings between classic Sapphire and Steel, the style of the TV series, to a more modern telling of Sapphire and Steel. This story has a very dark ending. As you recall from the TV series, if you have watched it, assignment number 2, that had a dark ending. Trust me, this one is even bleaker and darker. Overall, it's a very good story. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I give this story, let me think, I'll give it 8 out of 10. And on that note, let us push straight on to the next one that's coming up shortly. Well, here we are at the third story, All Fall Down, from Season 1. This is a fantastic story. Really like this one. This is my personal favourite story from the first season. And it's definitely classic Sapphire and Steel, this particular story. And we meet David Collins, reprising his role as Silver from the TV series. Great to hear him again. And it's a marvellous story. I just love this one. And I'm going to give it 10 out of 10. Definitely. No question about it. It is 10 out of 10 all the way. It's a fantastic story, this one. Really enjoyed it. Liked it. Marvellous. So, without further ado, let's press on to the next one. Right, so here we are with the fourth story of Season 1, The Lighthouse. The Lighthouse is a modern telling of Sapphire and Steel. And I find this story very confusing and don't fully understand this story. Unfortunately, other stories also suffer from this in Series 2 and 3. So I can only award The Lighthouse 5 out of 10. It's a very peculiar story. That's all I can say on that. It's just a very strange, mixed up story, this one. It's It's a bit hard to understand. And on that note, let's press on to the final story of Season 1. Right, so here we are at the final story of Season 1 of the audiobooks of Sapphire and Steel. Dead Man Walking. This story set in a prison. I think it had sort of a mixture of classic and modern Sapphire and Steel, but probably leaning a bit more towards the modern side of it. Great to hear once again David Collins back as Silver. Fantastic. Marvellous. And for me, this is an upswing in the scoring. It's a bit better than the last one. And I'm going to give this one 7 out of 10. So that's it for the first season of Sapphire and Steel audiobooks. In due course, I'll be moving on to the second season. In the meantime, have a great day, everyone. Catch you on the next one. Goodbye.